Good day, everyone. This is Gary Pulumbarit, and I will be talking about managing change. Most organizations today are in a constant state of change as they respond to the fast moving external business environment, local and global economies, and technological advancement. This means that workplace processes, systems, and strategies must continuously change and evolve for an organization to remain competitive. As they say, change is the only constant thing in this world. Thus, we can expect that there will be changes ahead of us. But our ability to adapt to those changes will determine our success in life. This presentation covers what change management is, why it matters, and the change management process. Change in the workplace may be brought by changes in administration and leadership, political climate, strategic directions and priorities, or by new government legislations and reorganization or rationalization. It may also involve practical changes in job description, level of responsibility and working hours, change in policies, or implementation of new technologies, systems, or processes. Change may also be due to continuous improvement or simply responding to shifts in customer demand. All of these changes affect the organization and each employee differently. Although these changes can be challenging and distressing, they also present some opportunities. Resistance to change is a natural reaction to change in the workplace. It is a common risk factor. People are usually set in their ways and are reluctant to accept new procedures. One of the key reasons people resist change in the workplace is that they are afraid of losing their jobs. And when facing a structural change, employees worry that their roles may be in danger. Other reasons for resistance include uncertainty, fear of change, absence of control, and lack of engagement. Sometimes employees are not resisting the change itself, but the way that the changes are being made. If businesses don't openly communicate with their teams or don't consult them on the structural and cultural changes, employees may resist new ideas. So it is important to get buy-in from key people within the organization to make the large changes effectively. There are three types of resistance to change. First is the logical resistance, which is related to time. Often, it takes weeks, months, or years to get used to a change. What may seem like resistance is actually a process employees go through to accommodate the changes they are experiencing at work. Second is the sociological resistance, which is related to the common values employees share with specific groups. If the change is not aligned with those groups, they may resist it. And third is the psychological resistance, which is related to mental factors such as fear of the unknown or having disagreements with management. Now, what is change management? Change management is not just managing resistance. It is not just communication and training, but rather it is both a process and competency. It is a set of strategies and procedures used to manage an organizational change and guide people through the necessary transition to achieve the desired result. It follows a structured process and employs a holistic set of tools to drive successful individual and organizational change. Ultimately, change management focuses on how to help employees embrace, adapt, and utilize the change in their day-to-day work. Why change management matters? There are numerous reasons to employ effective change management on both large and small scale efforts. Three main reasons to employ change management are the following. First, organizational change happens one person at a time. Individual change management means understanding how one person successfully makes a change. Second, poorly managing change is costly. Ignoring people's side of change has the following consequences: declining productivity, disruption in operation, customer feels the negative impact of a change that should have been invisible to them, employee morale suffers, and divisions between us and them begin to emerge. Stress, confusion, and fatigue increase. Also, projects suffer from missed deadlines, budget overruns, rework, and even abandonment. And third, effective change management increases the likelihood of success. Change management requires both an individual and an organizational perspective. Individual change management means understanding how one person successfully makes a change. On the other hand, organizational change management means a process emerges for how to scale change management activities and how to use the complete set of tools available for project leaders and business managers. Next is the change management models. There have been change models and methodologies developed that guide change management best practices. One of the most well known is the PROSI-ADKAR model. PROSI comes from two words, professional and science. Bringing these two concepts into an organization help people get better results through the use of change management. The ADKAR model for individual change stands for awareness of the need for change, the desire to participate in and support the change, the knowledge on how to change, the ability to implement required skills and behavior, and the reinforcement to sustain the change. Awareness of the need for change would relate to the need to do an impact assessment to identify what processes are changing and communicate the benefits of that change to the impacted users. The desire to participate in and support the change means that in order for people to have a desire to make the change, there is a need to conduct activities such as resistance management and leadership coaching. The knowledge on how to change relate to the communications plan that one would design to communicate information and updates about the change throughout the project. The ability to implement required skills and behaviors ensures that end users are proficient in the new skills they need. A training plan and training implementation will be part of the change management plan. And the reinforcement to sustain the change would relate to the importance of including in the change management project plan template activities to help reinforce the behaviors and new skills needed for the change so it can be sustained. This is the structure for organizational development: preparing for change, managing change, and reinforcing change. The first phase in process methodology helps change and project teams prepare for designing their change management plans. It provides the situational awareness that is critical for creating effective management plans. The outputs of this phase are shown in the slide. The second phase, which is managing change, focuses on creating plans that will integrate with the project plan. These are five plans that support help individuals moving through the ADKAR model: the communication plan, sponsor roadmap, training plan, coaching plan, and resistance management plan. The third phase, which is reinforcing change, helps you create specific action plans for ensuring that the change is sustained. In this phase, project and change teams develop measures and mechanisms to measure how well the change is taking hold, to see if employees are actually doing their jobs the new way, to identify and correct gaps, and to celebrate success. Output of phase 3 include measuring the changes in behavior, the corrective action plan, the reinforcement mechanisms, individual and group recognition approaches, success celebrations, and after action review. Other change management models include Kotter's model, which is an 8-step process where a sense of urgency is used to facilitate change. Another is Lewin's model, which is a 3-stage process of managing change in the workplace. The 3 stages are unfreezing, changing, and freezing. Another model is McKinsey 7S framework, which is a holistic approach wherein 7 interdependent elements are aligned to support effective change. The 7 elements are strategy, structure, systems, shared values, skills, style, and staff. What these change management models and others have in common is that they offer a strategy for guiding people in an organization through change. Charles Darwin once said, "It is not the strongest of the species that survives, nor the most intelligent that survives. It is the one that is most adaptable to change." That ends my presentation. These are the references that I use. Thank you for listening.